what you need to do if you feel a cold or flu coming over you. So I have 4 top tips as to how you get around this and minimize the damage that you do whenever you feel a cold and flu coming on, and potentially even minimize the effects of it. So tip number 1, I want you to go back to maintenance calories. So if you are in a dieting phase and in a deficit, then I want you to increase your calories and work towards your maintenance calories, and also potentially up your carbohydrates. The reason for doing so is that it gives your body the better potential to fight off infection and prevent immune dysfunction. So the more calories, the more carbohydrates you have on board, then the better it is and the more able your body is to fight off infection. If you've lost your appetite, I want you to try and include a liquid-based diet. So think about smoothies and yogurts and like potentially oats and different things that will give you energy to maintain your BMR, your internal functions, but that won't overwhelm your immune system either. Potentially drop your fats, drop your proteins to allow for increased carbohydrates if this is a requirement individually as well. So think about maintenance calories and potentially more carbohydrates and a liquid-based diet. Tip number 2 is vitamin C and Akinesia. I'm a massive fan of these 2 products. If you feel like you've got sniffles coming on, if you feel a wee bit lethargic, I would try to use this as a preventative measure to ensure that I don't drop down with sickness or with flu. So I would typically go off an increased dosage of vitamin C whenever I feel weak or poorly, of about 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams of vitamin C, split between 2 doses, so typically 2,000 in the morning and 2,000 in the middle of the day or evening time. And also I would drown myself in Akinesia. Akinesia is like a herbal supplement that I would put into my water, and I would aim to consume a lot of water to allow that Akinesia to get into the blood system and to help me drown out the flu more or less. So I would take potentially 3 to 4 litres of water to do this, and I would just put about maybe 5 to 10 drops within each litre of water, even a wee bit more if you want, to help your immune system. So that's vitamin C and Akinesia. Potentially some painkillers as well if you're feeling achy, and this will help speed up your healing process. Once you're sick and once you've got low energy and you're feeling a wee bit meh, I would try to pull back on your training. So I would try to keep your steps up, but I would pull back on classes, personal training and strength training, just to allow your body to have the best opportunity to be at full health. I would prioritize this for the sake of a couple of days non-training, rest and recuperation. You can prevent the full onslaught of the flu. My last thing would be to assess everything that's going on with in your life in terms of work, family and training and food intake, to see that you have got everything on point. If you're doing too much, not giving enough back to your body, if you're sleeping enough, if your stress is managed, and I would ensure that you are getting enough work-life balance, because it could be something like that has tipped you over the edge and making you feel unwell and poorly. So it's important to use that time wisely to have a bit of reflection as to what's going on. If you need some more you time, some downtime, some rest time, some deloading from training, or you just have spent too long in a calorie deficit. So it's important to prioritize yourself whenever things are starting to run you down.